This is Shawn Crystal. Catch the Inkpulp Podcast on PharcydeTV Wednesdays at noon Pacific Time, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Come hang. Peace. This is the Inkpulp Podcast. This is the Inkpulp Podcast. Comics, hip-hop, life. Welcome to the Inkpulp Podcast. I'm your host, Shawn Crystal. Today's episode is going to be some thoughts from the dome. I like doing these maybe once a month. I've got stuff I'm working out, stuff I'm thinking about, and the original listeners of this podcast always enjoyed the thought, the insight, the introspective nature of what I'm doing. I'm trying to look at my monitor to see if it records the amount of time passing. Yes, it does. Okay. Sorry about that. It was a bit unprofessional of you, Shawn. Unprofessional. So... I'm going to talk about a few things. One, it's been a journey trying to figure out how to live as an artist, as a creative person. And this is a struggle for all creatives. I know some people find real big financial successes early. Some find it late. Some, I guess the more common thing is it's up and down. You have good times and hard times, lean times, not hard times, lean times. And I've certainly had my successes, but I don't feel like I've ever kind of broken through to be like a hit success. And maybe that's not in the cards for me, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I think that was something I had to come to terms with. I mean, when I look at who I listen to musically, when I look at the artists whose work inspires me, who I like, they tend to not be the pop sensations. So why would I expect that of myself? I'm an eclectic, strange-ish creator. So I embrace that. And what I have tried to do is, I worked for Marvel and DC for a long time, working on a page rate, and that was a very difficult way to make a living. I got by, but it took every ounce of my being to do that. I'm working 7 days a week, like crazy, grinding schedules. And while I enjoyed the work early on, it became a grind, and it kind of ate away at the artist in me because it just became so stressful and so much pressure behind it. Because of the finances. And I've talked a little bit about this book, Big Magic, and how the author of that book thinks it's probably not a good idea to turn your passion, your creative side, into your main source of income. And I get what she's saying. It puts a lot of pressure on it, and it makes it hard to have the joy and freedom that an artist should have. That being said, I think you can. And I look to friends of mine that have manufactured a way to do this. So now that I'm not a freelance artist like I used to be, I'll take small jobs here and there, but I'm trying to survive as an artist unto myself now. And that's been challenging. But it's also taught me a lot about myself, and it's opened my mind. Hold on, let me adjust the light a little. There we go, it's a little better. It's opened my mind to some new ideas and new ways of thinking. So I'm going to tell a story that old me, 5 years ago, would have thought I was insane for entertaining this way of thinking. But I've listened to a lot of books, read a lot of books, self-help stuff about positive thinking, about energies, and all. I've talked about this stuff on here. And I used to spend a lot of time on the podcast talking about a lot of negative stuff. Or when I was in my depressed mode, that was the voice that spoke. And I'm not there, so I'm speaking from a different place. So there's this idea of the universe, right? Some people have God, some people have this and that, faith, whatever you want to call it. I never had it, and now I'm starting to accept it into me. And I think this story right here is what's going to cue you in to what I'm thinking. It's been hard for me because whenever I try to think like that, like about the universe, about positive thinking, about attracting energies, about manifesting, and all this stuff that I do believe it works. I mean, I see it. I look at some of my friends who are artists, and they're just such positive, happy souls, and they just attract these wonderful things to them. So I get that, and I don't have that like natural ease about me. I'm a joyful person, but I don't know. I think I've been taught to kind of keep my energies tight. It's like an insecurity thing. Like I'm afraid to let them out. Whereas like other people just burst in a room and they're luminous and their energy's bountiful and it's everywhere and everyone gravitates to it. It's an amazing power. So I think I have it in me. I'm learning to let it out. So I've been trying some things, kind of seeing trends in art and trying to jump on different angles to capitalize on those trends to give me some money, give me a little bit of a nest that will allow me to pursue my creative endeavors. I mean, Inkpulp instruction is something I've created to ultimately do that, and I believe it will. But in the meantime, it's new, it's just getting off the ground. There's only 2 episodes out. Check the link in the comments. But you know, anyways, I'm getting off track. So I would follow these things, and then I saw a TikTok. It was for artists, musicians is really who it was for, and it was about being a struggling artist and seeing what's hot and what sells, and then trying to do that. And you're always chasing the trend, but you're never doing what's true to you. And the advice was just be true to yourself, because that's what's unique, and that's what's going to set trends, and that's what's going to catch fire and do best for you. So I get that, and that is important. We have to bet on ourselves as artists, and we have to have faith that we will succeed and that will attract the good stuff to us. So I've been trying things and they haven't been working out, and they keep kind of slipping through my fingers, and I'm like so close to having that nest, and then it's just gone, and it throws me for a whirl. And a year ago I would have sunk into a depression for a good week. I'm not doing that now. But this time I surrendered. I let go of my ego, I let go of my wounded ego, I let go of my pride. And I was listening to a book, and it said, ask the universe for help. Like seriously, ask for its guidance. So I did, and something I never would have ever trusted in. And the universe isn't going to respond to you if you don't have a belief in you. I still have that doubt in me a little bit, but I'm giving it everything I have to believe it. And so I'm getting involved with these NFTs right now. And I was trying to do like licensed characters, and I had these great NFTs made of like Marvel and DC stuff, and then both those companies shut it down. So that was like a big chunk of money that was just gone. And then I was doing this other NFTs out of these Doom masks I painted, but then we ultimately decided like, hey, there's probably a moral quandary to doing that. It would seem as though I'm cashing in on his death. I mean, I created these things out of love and respect as an homage to MF Doom. But to make money off them now after he's passed, it's questionable. So I was getting really beat down, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I mean, the NFTs, I started a series of NFTs on my own of just my stuff, like very personal artwork, stuff I love to draw, stuff I love to paint. Like, it's basically sexy women with psychedelic imagery around them, skulls and mushrooms, and you know, me. And then I started having some real doubts. I was like, well, why is anyone going to buy this? And I realized I've been conditioned to think that my value of an artist is only like it doesn't matter. It's just if I'm drawing Batman, then that's okay, that'll sell. But when I draw stuff I really love drawing, it won't, and that's a bad place to be mentally. So I didn't know if that's what I should be doing or pursuing. I was like, maybe I should just go back to just doing some Marvel and DC paintings and trying to sell those through my art dealer. And but I'm trying to get away from that. I want to have my own thing. I want to do my stuff. So I asked the universe for some guidance, and I've realized that when I do that, I see like wolves, images of wolves, or like a dog that looks like a wolf, or stuff like that will start popping up and letting me know. But I wasn't getting like a direct, like, oh, I know what that means. I'd be like, all right, there's a wolf. Okay, that's a sign that the universe is responding to me, but what does it mean? So I asked. I surrendered, and I asked, and a few minutes later, I just, I said, universe, I need guidance. I don't know what to do right now. I don't know how to make money as an artist anymore. I don't know what works, what direction to go in. Should I be making these NFTs of stuff that I just enjoy painting and drawing? And I mean, I am very interested in getting into galleries and looking at artists like that, like they're just drawing and painting what they love. So I asked. And a few minutes later, I opened up Instagram. And on the Instagram story, Portion, which is a marketplace for NFTs who I follow and sell on, Portion had posted a new NFT. And it was an NFT of a wolf. And right then and there, I think was the first time I felt like, holy shit. The answer was given to me. I asked for guidance. I received it, and I'm going to trust in it and have faith in it. And I think, some people will hear this and think I'm crazy, just like I would have 5 years ago. Some people will hear this and be inspired to accept some new ideas. Some people are like, yeah, dummy, that's what it's all about. But this is my story, and I hope it helps you in some way too. And I'm going to make these psychedelic sexy babies, and we'll see how it does. But the universe is telling me that's the direction to go in, so it's got plans. And that's Thoughts from my dome today. Thank you for listening. Check the links. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. The Inkpulp Podcast is back. It's here. Follow me everywhere. I'm posting across all social medias, all kinds of stuff. I'm out there doing my thing. So follow along and leave me comments. I respond to all of them. Like things. Share things, anything you can do, anything I do that excites you, share it. That helps. It helps a lot. It helps get my stuff out farther. It helps my audience grow, and it helps me maintain doing stuff like this. But thank you all for continually listening. See you in a week. Peace. This is the Inkpulp Podcast. This is the Inkpulp Podcast. Comics, hip hop, life.